Okay, today we're going to show you how to put on the next series of parts for the Prowler. What we've got is a cool little radiator cover. It's going to cover both of these corners. This guy right here, we're going to show you how to insert that. Then we're going to be moving on to our radiator support cover. This is a neat unit. It's an illuminated unit. Very easy to install. A couple things we need to show you how to do. So let's get started. To put these accessories on, you've got to take these bars off. We're going to replace them with our chrome bars or polished stainless bars. But these got to basically be out of the way for our water tank cover, our radiator support cover, radiator cover itself, and even our valve covers for the engine when we get there. So we'll go ahead and start taking all this apart. Once you have these things loose, you just kind of thumb them off. That's these four, and then you're going to get to these four. 1, 2, 3, 4. Take those off. That's a 13 millimeter. And you're going to need to completely take the rail system off. This one's on top of this one, so this one's got to come out as well. We're just going to run through and loosen up all of these with a 10 millimeter. Or 13 millimeter. Okay, now that all this stuff is loose, you can just kind of pull it off. Now we're going to be reusing all these nuts and bolts, so you're going to want to keep them handy. Now that's all the disassembly you're going to really need to do. Once these bolts are off, this comes straight out. Now the radiator covers are going to use the two factory bolts. It's going to use this little factory hardware bolt here and this bolt here. So we're going to use a Torque 30 driver to take these two out. You got a spacer in there, just want to leave that alone. This is your kit. There's a couple little things here. There's this little front bracket. We put these little perforations in here so you can adjust this as you need to. This is going to just kind of hang on this support bracket here. So you're just going to want to pull this off. Let's get this out of the way. Okay, and you're going to set this down right over that bracket and then line this up right in here. That does look like you have to take this out. This makes it easier. Oh, your Prowler is going to come with this clamp for the main radiator hose. That's going to be sticking up, and in order to get this piece on, we're going to have to slide this over. Now most likely this is going to be stuck to your hose, so you're going to need something pretty strong to clamp that. So get a vice grip and you'll squeeze this, bring it over to the side just like that. Okay, now we've got a nice plane here. go ahead and install our part. Now you don't want to take your liner off until you've got everything bolted in. That'll keep it nice and clean. You don't have to worry about fingerprints and things like that. And this just has to be snugged. You don't have to smash this down. All this hardware just needs to be snugged up. This is a 8mm, by the way. See, it's a quick and easy way to really dress up this part. Aside from disassembling what lies over it, it's a pretty easy part to put in. It only takes a few minutes. So let's go ahead and get the other one in. Very quick. Just like so. After you've got your grill on, go ahead and set your radiator support back. Just go ahead and bolt this back up. Okay, so now you can see we've got a nice neat little cover in there. The next cover we're going to put on is our radiator support cover. And that is a pretty basic thing to put on. This one here is an illuminated one, so you're going to have to trace your wire to the side like so. And basically just line this up like so, okay? Now, it's very critical that because of the little rivets you got here, that we use spacer. This will allow you to tighten this down without having these protrude and giving you terrible looking dimples there. So we're going to ask you to put these like so over the 4 bolting locations. Then you can go ahead and drop this in. Now, your unit's going to come to you, you know, pre-shaped. So you really shouldn't have to do much bending, but you know, all these Prowlers are a little different. They're all hand assembled. So you may have to kind of tweak this shape so that you're seated nice and securely against here. You know, that just takes a few minutes to kind of tweak things by hand so that you can get a nice fit. Once this is in this position, you can just go ahead and peel it. Just get this area where you're going to be working for now. And our installation, we're going to change the factory black support rails, and we're going to put our own polished stainless rails in. This goes this way. These actually go right here. Okay. Now, we're just going to put the factory bolts back in here because we have a neat little cover to go over them. The kit's going to come with some replacement nuts to replace the big washer nut. We're going to go with a smaller nut like that. The reason we're going to do that is so that we can cap it up real nice. I'll show you. We're just going to kind of take the rest of this off. Okay. These are all 10mm. Again, you really only have to snug these. You don't want to smash these down because they'll have a tendency to warp the metal, give you kind of an unsightly finish. You just snug them down tight, you know, so that they're not going to come loose, but you just don't want to ram them down. Once that's done, we've got these cool little covers that we're going to put over that. Like so. And that's how you install that radiator cover. We're going to show you at a later point how to trace this over to your fuse box and connect it to a lighting switch and then light this up. It looks really neat.